All right, ladies and gentlemen, good Wednesday morning. Let's go ahead and get airborne AR, accelerated retirement. I got to keep us right on time. I have an 11 something hit with Harris Faulkner, the Faulkner focus. I like saying Faulkner on Fox, so I need to keep us right on time today. Um, TJ, you got it, man. Did everybody get the tactical trade alert on CBOE, man? I told you yesterday. Yeah, I'm up a couple grand already in CBOE. It's up 20, 30%. Did everybody, well, I'm sorry, not everybody got this because if you're not in tactical trade alerts or you're not a lifetime member, you didn't get this. We will talk about CBOE, but I sent out this tactical trade alert yesterday. I'm like, buy. We could talk about why it went down, um, and the reasons and why this was stupid. And if you don't buy it right now, you're a complete fool. So this report is absolutely insanely good, right? 12, 24-month price targets. I talked about what happened yesterday and why I mean, this is stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So, did all my lifetime members and tactical trade alert members get this report? I sat here and cranked this thing out, and this is awesome right here. New CBOE alert: buy with both hands, and I just put all the reasons in there. Okay. Now in the general thread, I put some marketing reasons in there. So if you're not in tactical trade alerts, you're not seeing any of these things. So here it is right there. Do the annual. You get 2 months included, 2 months on me. It is right there. I'm live streaming on YouTube just to show people the value of these trade alerts. Go to our topgunoptions.com underneath trade groups, tactical trade alerts. So based on my CBOE profits in less than 24 hours, that's what, 2 years of annual membership in the tactical trade alert. So if you don't see the value, don't do it because you're an idiot and you have no idea what you're talking about. Here we go. How about this story, man? I mean, Elon Musk, thank God for Elon Musk and X. This poor kid, this poor white kid who got stabbed to death and got George Floyded in the Islamic Republic of the United Kingdom. What an absolute disgrace. That it is the Islamic Republic of the United Kingdom. It's an absolute disgrace. They've fallen, and I have nothing in common with them anymore. This poor white kid, the family, this guy stabbed him. This Sikh or whatever he is, stabbed him to death. His mom hid the knife. They said, oh, he said some bad things or some anti-Islamic things. So the cop handcuffed the white kid, and he bled out and bled to death, lying there. As the cops are like, oh, you might have said something mean to this, you can't make this up, man. It is, we have gone so far in the opposite direction. Welsh police officers ordered to log anti-Islam comments and chilling free speech crackdown. The fuck is going on in the United Kingdom? What happened to you people? You all went from the sun never sets on, the whatever, the kingdom, to just capitulating to radical Islamic terrorists. What an absolute disgrace. White girls raped by dogs, whiskey bottles, and hundreds of men. Britain's migrant grooming gang scandal exposed. I just I don't even know what to say. The hell happened to you people? What an absolute disgrace. So at this point, my former brothers and sisters in the UK, you get what you vote for. And good luck with all of that stuff. You won't be sending us a Christmas card because they'll cut your head off. Absolute disgrace in the United Kingdom. Thank God for Elon Musk for essentially pointing this out to the world, what happened to this poor kid. Um, it's awful. Anyway, so let's move on. It's tough to watch the tape. Starmer had 5 protests or tweets on George Floyd, and it's not even a British subject, dude. Well, we all are all George Floyd bullshit. And then when this happens, not a word. The world freaks out about George Floyd. Guy died of a fentanyl overdose, heart attack. But anyway, what a disgrace. I can't. All right, so I'm on Faulkner, like I said, here in a little bit. I'm not going to drop anchor here. I've about had it with this stuff too, whether it's the stuff going on in the UK Netanyahu's going to be on CNBC right now, so this should be an interesting interview. Um, but this is, Mr. President, you're failing. Let me practice my Faulkner focus rant. Finish it. Mr. President, because I know he watches Fox. I was on Trump Force One with Eric Trump, and it's on in every cabin. They watch it 24/7. So, Mr. President, you went from 2 months ago using the terms unconditional surrender. Actually, when I heard you say those terms, my skin kind of crawled. I'm like, oh, oh boy. Good if you mean it. If you don't, you're going to look like a fool. So, Mr. President, you've gone from unconditional surrender to these guys are tough negotiators. I don't think I'm going to do my Trump impression on Fox, but you get the gist of it. You're failing. Mr. President, I know Raisin Kane, folks. I've known him for decades. I guarantee you this is the way Raisin is talking to him with a lot more respect. Mr. President, all the resources, the assets, everything we need is in the region right now. We've replenished our stocks, our supplies, our fuel. Crews are rested. Finish it. The president, I'm a negotiator. I was on The Apprentice. I want a deal. And it's so funny that people in this country, some in this country, call the president a mafia boss, a Don. This ain't how a Don negotiates. If I was a Don, I'd go, first of all, I'm done talking to you. We're not leaving this room unless we get a decision. Well, it'll take a week. We have to travel by camel to get to the undisclosed location to give our dear leader, and then it'll take another week to get back. I'm fucking done talking to you. I want the decision maker here. And if we don't reach a deal by the end of our session together, don't go start your car. That's how a Don would talk. I'm from Jersey. I'm from South Philly. I know. Went to school with the Merlinos and Rickabennies. So this is awful. I mean, it might be cool. It's not cool. Old Wiz would call it cool. This is not cool. But putting a hellfire into the engine room of this tanker, trying to run the blockade, we're blowing up mine ships, and we're at war again, right? So, Mr. President, is this a new 60-day, 90-day clock on the War Powers Act? So we had peace. This is turning into Korea. It is Vietnam. Finish it or leave. At this point, I love some honesty. You know what? Didn't go 100% the way we planned, but we don't get any of our oil from this area. Good luck, Europe. Macron, Starmer, you guys are all Islamic republics. Why don't you all go get your own oil and open the strait? We're done. The conga line of ships coming to the United States is backing up right now. Our problem, as I told you the other day, sitting with a landman guy over the weekend, is we can't refine our stuff because it takes 120 years to build a refinery in this country because of the EPA and the yellow-bellied sapsuckers and all sorts of stuff like that. So we're building data centers all over the place, or trying to, but we can't put in refineries. What are we doing? So we're overflow. We're choking on our own oil, and we can't refine it. Do you imagine how much gas would be if we had like enough refineries in this country? Gas would be free. So get ready for my 11:15 hit or whatever time it is, because I've had it. I've had it. Enough with this. We got a deal. Oh, but it's so stupid. Does he really think we're idiots? I think he does. No, we're not shooting or back at war. We're shooting and we're back at war. You would give Sleepy Joe a bunch of grief for talking like this. Stop it. So, we're going to talk about CBOE in a second here. We're also going to talk about the S&P 500. Is it time to Tredge or hedge? Got a ton of profits. Haven't booked a lot of it. But take some of those paper profits that are still sitting there smiling at you in the face and go let's go Tredge out a couple weeks. Because, I mean, look at this. Look, we are due for a what? I didn't say pullback. We're due for at least say it with me, hover. Up to a moving average, hover. Up to moving average, hover. No, I haven't touched the moving average. Hover. Pull back. Oh my God, it's going to hit the 20. I was wrong. Boing. So now 7,600 is a hover. The market likes round numbers, doesn't it, folks? What's the max pain for today? Are we going to see another melt up like we did yesterday? So maybe it is time for, maybe at least we're going to have one of these. maybe go out a couple weeks. We'll take a look at SPX in a couple minutes and see if it, it's so funny because I'm hesitant to do it. I should be hesitant to do it because as whoever asked the other day, I said, if there's any doubt, there's no doubt. If you ask that question, hey, Wiz, is it a good time to Tredge? I'm always going to say, yeah. You wouldn't have asked that if you didn't somewhere inside. It's like when I talk to people about psychedelic assisted therapy. It calls to you. What do you mean? Did any of what I just say interest you? Yeah. Then it's calling to you. Did anything I just say interest you? God, no. Then it's not. It's black and white, folks, when it comes to psychedelics, and it's black and white when it comes to trudging. If it's calling to you, it is. If there's any doubt, there's no doubt, right? Vertical head nod. The reason I say I'm hesitant is because 10 minutes ago, however many ago, yesterday, the president said, what? We're max a week away. I'm putting it to bed in a week. I'm like, I think I heard that 3 months ago. So, next week, do we get it? You know what? It is done. They finally got to the mullah. He said yes, and we rip. Or is it another week? This time next week, I'll put it on my calendar. 1 week AR. That we're sitting here last week, next week, laughing at what I said this week. You guys know as much as I know, so I can't. I can't. I've had it. Anyway, we talked about all this stuff yesterday. Make sure you go watch the replay from the primary brief. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. The put call skew at Goldman Sachs is the lowest it's ever been. What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, you can figure this out looking at the chart. COVID, right? Biden bear market, Trump tariff war. Massive amount of puts for Joe Biden, and there's Trump's tariff war. What's this mean? The amount of call bought to puts is insanely skewed. Goldman Sachs has never seen it like this. Now you can go Warren Buffett or contrarian and go, well, if everybody's bullish, I'll get bearish. I'm going to tell you in 34, 5, however many years of doing this, that works 10% of the time, anecdotally. Well, if everybody's this, I'll do the opposite. 90% of the time you get steamrolled. I don't think you got enough money to float that, in my opinion. So be careful. The everyone's bullish, so I'll get bearish, kills people. And the converse is true. Everybody's bearish, I'll be the bull. Man, momentum is a thing. Do you not see this? That's a thing, man. You heard me yesterday rambling about this, man. The number of people getting run over by this market is cracking me up. We are due for a pullback. I'm like, sell everything you have. There's the nice guy who's look at this. Enough is enough. A deep line needs to be drawn in the sand. Talk is weak. Britain needs to say no more and mean it. Yeah. I mean, this is awful. He was stabbed by this guy 5 times, twice in the back of his legs, once in the face, and a fatal wound to the chest. Rather than calling an ambulance, they filmed the white guy dying. He then gave the knife to his mother, who hid it from the police. The police officers on the scene who allowed him to die will face criminal charges of gross. They should. Yep. Deport that fucking family. I mean, it's whatever. Elon Musk is right. It is this or death. You guys, it's at an inflection point. So anyway, I was just talking about the people getting run over. Momentum's a thing. You're not strong enough to fight this market. I hit the gym a lot, and I'm not strong enough to fight this market. Same thing. This goes to our CBOE discussion in a couple minutes. Call option volume is skyrocketing. Call options now reflect 70%. The highest in 4 years, folks. So this bullish appetite is rapidly surging. Okay? We'll talk about our Tredge in a second here to be the contrarian. We might have a hover or a pullback. Let's do it. But I'm briefing you on this because you might be sitting there going, I'm good, man. I don't need a Tredge right now. We're ripping. That's Wiz, all the intel you're briefing me on says we're ripping. AI trade hits overdrive. Look at this. You can't keep the S&P 500 down. I don't want to go to max pain right now because it'll freeze my computer. I'll do that before the briefs going forward. So I know somebody look up the max pain for today so my computer doesn't freeze. And see if it's 7,600 because I have a feeling we're gonna head back up there today. Already beat this dead horse, but this is a game changer, Nvidia. It's so funny to see the doomers talking about like Kramer. Dude's an idiot, man. Nice guy. Met him, South Philly Eagles fan. I did due diligence on the street.com when I was up at Peak Six in Chicago. I didn't buy it. We didn't buy it. That should tell you a lot. So those who can't teach, commentate. The I still laugh at his investment club. I still have the screenshot in the old solo Amazon slide deck. Breaking an update on the 33 names in our portfolio and three more. What? You can pay a monkey to give you 36 names. And technically, those people are. Why am I talking about Kramer? Because he did the yesterday, like, where's all the money going to come from? Yeah, everybody's going to sell everything to go into SpaceX and Anthropic and whatever else. Did you not see the 8 trillion sitting on the sidelines, Jim? This ain't a zero-sum game. Now, just like every hair on my head is counted by God and every grain of sand on this earth is known to God, every penny is accounted for. There is a finite. But ladies and gentlemen, it ain't enough to, you know, somebody asked, or David asked, like, hey, what are you doing? They're capitalizing on all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I am eating popcorn. There is nothing. I'm going to wait for the dust to settle after all this stuff. Where did David say that? Oh, I was talking about Bitcoin. I can't. I'm not going to rant about Bitcoin, but never sell your Bitcoin. I'll buy it to zero. Michael Saylor is a criminal. Do you know what how much did he lose? 6 billion? Did he go? He didn't go to jail. Whatever. Folks, do you know who Michael Saylor is? And then Mr. I'll sell a kidney before I sell my Bitcoin. He sold 30 whatever the other day to raise a little this to pay a dividend. And no, he did it to prove to the rating agencies that he's just not a bot. All the Ponzi scheme shit is collapsing with Bitcoin. And I love it. You know, when Mark Cuban bails, like, you know what? I was wrong. It ain't digital gold. It ain't this. It ain't that. Everything he told me it is, it ain't. All right. Netanyahu's talking, but we'll see. So, um, thanks, Mitch. Maybe I'll pull one out on Fox. We'll see. Harris seems to like me. Last time I was on, she's like, "How'd you get the whiz?" I'm like, "No, nah, this is a family show, Harris. It has nothing to do with intelligence." And the whole panel started cracking up. So David said, "Hey man, do you have any guidance on how to capitalize on these names? I'm eating popcorn. I tend to stay away from frenzies and wait for the dust to settle. Look at this money, right?" So, I'm not a Bitcoin guy. You guys know me. It's a Ponzi scheme. You need new people in, and the old people can sell you their stuff. There's no CEO, there's no earnings, there's no thing. It's not digital gold. Look at how gold's performed over the past year or two versus Bitcoin. But this is an Nvidia game changer. There's money around, but at the same time, what do I tell you about? Somebody posted this the other day. The highest level of government or not government, credit card default and consumers. And man, look through the noise. And we know to look through the noise. I've been hearing this. People can't afford anything for before COVID, right? So what's the truth? I'll tell you what the truth is. Where? That's the truth. The market is moving up and to the right. And I'm going to remind you, this is the dawn of the century, folks. I love talking like that. Since the dawn of the century.com, global financial crisis, Fed steps in to say, the Fed's balance sheet was nothing. Whoop. Market. Whoop. Did you just got a high net worth private client brief at a nice restaurant? That's it. That's it. We will move up and to the right, folks. And if something bad happens, we will move up and to the right even more. I already briefed you on that last week. Some guy posted that. I'm like, I'm glad you're a TGO member, man. I think he was Morgan Stanley like. And potentially, the worse things get, The better the stock market will do because of, I'm like, yeah, duh. I'm glad people are coming around to what I've been saying for years. You're not, and trust me, man, if you're frustrated, I gave up that frustration years ago. 2008, Options News Network desk overlooking the floor. That was so much fun. I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. If the Fed jumps in to save capitalism, it isn't capitalism and it's over with. And they did. Nobody went to jail. The government forced like Merrill Lynch, Bank of America to eat Merrill Lynch, the thundering hurt. You remember all the crazy stuff that went on in 2008? I do. I was there. And I'm like, all right. And that's where I start. And then finally, as you all know, if you've been here for 6 years, God bless you, just about every book on that bookshelf was thrown out. It's all psychedelics and God and the Course in Miracles. You do not need any book of investing ever again. So, you ready? Here we go. Here's what happened. The CFTC has sparked a potential revolution on Wall Street. Exchange stocks are dropping. Oh, shit. Exchange stocks are sliding after regulators approve perpetual futures for Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Investors are worried about increased competition to the traditional exchanges that have long dominated on Wall Street if more asset classes get the same green light for perpetual futures trading. Ladies and gentlemen, what are the important words in all of that? Okay. The first thing is futures. The second thing is Bitcoin. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, who should be getting or did get destroyed? CME Group. Folks, that's where futures. Do you know what CBOE trades? So what? So ICE got hammered, NASDAQ, but the CFTC approved perpetual futures, a type of future style contract with no expiration date known as perps. Oh, that's great. I love when 28-year-old over cocained Goldman Sachs dudes make up new products, and it's called perps. I watch American Greed on CNBC. I can't wait for this episode. So, investors are worried that the CFTC could give the green light to other asset classes to trade via perpetual futures next, blah, blah, increased competition. That's a threat. The concern is that perps, seriously, could come to equity products and potentially displace these products. Yeah, but despite this pullback, this guy said there's already comparable offerings in the U.S. that haven't meaningfully changed how retail investors trade. So let me give you the whiz, baby. This is why you join Top Gun Trade Alert Service. So did you not see the earnings? The best quarter in history. And the stock is down 27% off of that. Did you see the outlook that they gave? Well, it's right here. I'm not going to read it all. You can get the report. So the CFT opened the perp store, blah, blah, blah. Everybody got hammered together. NASDAQ, ICE, CME, everybody did. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we had a 37% run to 371, an all-time high. I mean, that was obviously over at ski tips. So, I call it a moat. There is a moat around CME and CBOE, and we'll talk through some of the reasons there's a moat, but let me lead with one that has nothing to do with any of this. Money, politics, and power. The Trumps and everybody, all those people are in Bitcoin this and crazy, stupid Ponzi scheme that. The CME, the CBOE, they have, even Pritzker, even the Democrats know these exchanges. The money is obscene. When you got a lot of money, the moat to politics and regulators helps. Do you understand this? Okay. Is the moat real? Here we go. The bears say the fortress just cracked. I don't agree. But I never blow smoke. You guys know me. Here's the potential. Here's why SIBO's good. Perps are futures, baby. Do you know what what does CBOE stand for? That mode is proprietary. It's a cash settled index options, folks. So and the 0 days to expiration, man, there is so much insanely good. SPX, ladies and gentlemen, how many times do I have to tell you? Go read your Bullish on America report. They have the SPX, S&P 500, folks, is a Trump product now. Have you not seen IBM and all the other companies Trump buys? The Trump accounts have to buy. You cannot list an SPX perp or an option with, so whatever. You can read all this stuff. I'm not going to read. You can all read this. And I want you to join the service. The same regulators disrupting the group are the ones CBO works with every day. The realistic end game is the incumbents adopt perps. CME lists them. That's the thing, folks. If there's some new Gucci thing, what do you think these monster cash cows do? Give me that. So CME's the target, not CBOE. The growth optionality just got more crowded. And these are the potential risks. I get it. Kalshi and Coinbase are moving into regulated derivatives to compete with CB's own prediction markets ambition. But this was a new revenue potential line anyway, not the core. Do you understand that? A sentiment can stay negative for months. I get it. The mode's cracking. The dust might settle a little bit. We might have a dead cat bounce here and maybe head a little bit lower, but I don't think so. But that's a real near-term risk. And precisely why the trade I sent out yesterday is a defined risk trade with a hard floor, not just I think we're just going to rip straight back up. Here's my bottom line. Not a true threat to the franchise that prints money. Proprietary equity options. I didn't even mention it. I'm mentioning it now. The VIX, OCC clearing, ladies and gentlemen. You have to clear this stuff. The licensing, all untouched. The operating cash flow nearly doubled. If you find a company where the operating cash flow nearly doubles in a year, you buy it with both hands. None of that changed because Kalshi listed a Bitcoin perp. It's a legitimate threat to the industry's growth narrative and the CME's futures cost, not us. Okay. And I updated since the last Q1 earnings report, tactical trade alert that I gave you, I updated with all the current stuff. And read it. It's insane what's going on here at CBOE. I gave you my prediction prices, ladies and gentlemen. I give you my 12 and 24 month price targets. It's right there. And what the potential return is. Bearish, the base case, the bullish, and the Super Bowl. I'm sticking with bull to Super Bowl in CBOE, period, for all the reasons listed here. And then obviously I threw the trade in there, the synthetic stock. And there's the 7-step trade plan that's in there. Okay. You ready? Bottom line. I'm going to actually put this up top. Bottom line up front. It's called bluff. CBOE is the house. The house always wins. The market sold all the exchanges on a CFT headline about perpetual futures. CBOE got punished, and it's the least exposed to this shift. The franchise SPX VIX options, they have those pits. There's still humans in those pits, folks. The whole VIX operating system, the clearing, exclusive licensing, untouched. Perps are a CME adjacent crypto venture story. They do not replace me buying a call right now. A 27% 2-day discount on that, on a misread of the actual mechanism, is the kind of gift the market really hands you. We'll take it with defined synthetic stock and a hard floor. I freaking love this product. You're welcome. You can go get that report, man. It's right here. And it's all of them are in there right now. So did everybody, well, if you didn't get this report yesterday, maybe you didn't place your trade. Does anybody need a new CBOE? It's up $1,000 right now from yesterday. 22% gain on CBOE. So I am thrilled we did that. You guys aren't tactical trade alerts? I don't know what to tell you. All right, I'll do it real quick. CBOE. 4%. We're up 15 bucks from where I bought it yesterday. You're welcome. Let's do it. I'm going to rip. I can show you the existing trade, but no, I won't because there's my trade I put yesterday, and we're already 10 bucks north of that. Sell the D's 28 280 put. Oh, good, Martin. Buy. Oop, buy. Call. 280 call. 2,600 bucks. That's the synthetic stock. Whoa, I don't want to risk 30 grand whiz. Don't. 28, what's that? 30, 30, 60 to 220. What's the disaster put? Somebody do it real quick. 220? I'm doing 220. It's in the report to 220. Close enough. Now, that trade increased to 4,800 bucks. Obviously, you're buying a disaster put. And then out the Friday, the front month, what put did I do? Sell a Friday. I think I went way out of the money, but it might be in danger right now. Hold on. Let's go look at the front month here. 290. I think I did the 290. I do the 295 at the Friday. 295 right there. This is the trade I would do right now on CBOE. I'll grab a screenshot of it. What time is it? I'm good. All right, so got that screenshot. You're risking 10 grand, man. If I'm wrong, the moat gets breached and here comes the unwashed masses. Well, we'll know because CME will be the first to go. But this was way. I talked to a couple buddies yesterday too from Chicago, and they were like, "Dude, absolutely not." There is so much politics and money in the exchanges. These people write checks, man, and regulators follow politicians. So, I mean, hell, when Duffy was who is it? The mayor Johnson, whatever that horrible, horrific failure of a mayor in Chicago is, like, we're going to add a dollar per contract tax on all you people who trade stuff. I'm leaving tomorrow for Miami. Governor Pritzker. Whoa, hey, no. So even the Democrats, you know, it's funny, man. The NY, the head of the NY, because Mondami tried to do the same thing, and she, I think it was, yeah, what's her name? Whatever her name is, like, yeah, we're moving to Miami. Jim Cramer could do his mad money on at Live down in the Fontainebleau or something like that. Any questions on this trade? What's my current one? I got to keep it on my short call. My short call that I'm like, I'm gonna put it way out of the money here. Here's the trade I did yesterday. Oh, I did the 290. All right, I'm fine. We're at 287. I'll keep an eye on it. Whew. $1,000 in a day, man, on a synthetic stock years into the future. Awesome. All right, everybody good? CBOE. Everybody good to go. I know we have just some AR people in here, but yesterday I went and looked at, let's talk about SPX and a Tredge, but let's also talk about our bullish on America trades that are doing what they do, baby, cooking. Let's go see if anything's gone up since yesterday. Let me deselect this, fly all the way out to D31, all contracts, and let me go pull up my last screenshot from 3 weeks ago, I think now. SPX. It's like oh, I wrote them down. So this is May 21st. Look at the strikes, and let's just, I have them written down: 34, 45, 15, 390. Okay, so 3 weeks ago, folks. Um, Now let's pull up the options chain and go down here. 34, yep. 4,500. There are 500 more call options down here. 15, there's 100 more call options in here. 390, there were 3 weeks ago 390 20,000 calls. There are 2 grand right now. There are a lot of people waking up here, folks, and I love it. So we can be bipolar, and so can I. We can be long-term people all the way out into the future and trade the front month. Let's do it. Let's just go take a look. Let's just take a look at SPX. You guys know what I know. I mean, if Axios, take it for what it's worth, if the Axios reporting is true, that was a bad phone call with Trump and Netanyahu the other day. He said, "You're fucking nuts. You'd be in jail if it wasn't for me." Trump's right, and Trump's right. But Netanyahu's right too, because Trump's trying to wrap Lebanon and all that clown car up into the Iran deal, and he's like, "Man, we're getting attacked every day. If Canada was attacking Vermont every day, Mr. President, I don't think am I just supposed to take it?" So, man, there's some own dynamics there going on. Trump's like, "You got to stop shooting over there because I'm wrapping it up with this deal." And Netanyahu's like, "I'm not going to stop shooting over here unless they stop shooting," which is not going to happen. Okay. Yeah, it's right here, folks, and all the people on YouTube right now. Go, you can have that CBOE report right there would be blasted out from our hedge fund for about 3 grand. That would be well, it's wrapped into the hedge fund expenses, but it's annotated. So, folks, this is again, I already told you I'm most likely raising the prices on this service because this is stupid. That report right there, I gave to some of my folks in my yesterday in my mastermind group, and they're like, way, 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 way undercharging for that. All right, so let's go SPX. Um, I do think we're due. Uh, Before I even look at this, let's just talk healthy here. The market can remain irrational long you can stay solvent, Riz. This rally can keep going. I forget years ago we had one of these where I had to draw this like we haven't touched the 20-day moving average in a long time. You do, folks. I mean, look at this inchworm up here. Look, whoops, 20-day. Oh, down to the 50 to hover 20-day, 20-day 50. Oh, a little freak out. Folks, look at the inchworming. Bang. An inchworm is healthy. Let's look at a 1 year. Look at this. I think this was it. Look right here. Like we had this. I'm like, hey, look, there's a almost we didn't, but look, when you get what was that? June to August, and then a slam like that. This, I love these things because we would do a bunch of those SPX, like but this is insane, and I get it. I'm making fun of these people on X too. Trade the market you have, not the one you want. So before I even look at a potential Tredge out a week or two, let's be clear. It Even though it's been going on for 2 or 3 months, like we got a deals next week, 7 days max. Here we are 2 months later. Do we get something in the next week or two where the market says, "Oh my God, it's finally over," and we get super rip? You have to be comfortable with the word Tredge. It's a trade that I'm pretty sure is going to make money, but serves as a hedge against you just saw all my long-term bullish positions, right? So let's get cranking. So let's lead with this. Don't do it. Don't do it. We might get a hover, but I don't think we're going to get a slam. Well, even if you think we're going to get a hover, you could just do a bear call spread of it. You don't have to do a bearish double vertical with a put spread on the bottom. So you could either put a roof on this market or not do the roof and go, you know what? I'm going to buy a cheap debit spread, just the basement. I'm going to go buy something, come out of pocket, $500, maybe make a couple grand type of thing. So we can talk through both of those. One thing I want, what time is it? I got a cruise. I wanted to talk about this, but you guys know where I am. I post this stuff all the time. We have a psychedelic biotech sector report, about 10 pages with all the current updates, but I love this headline. Why Trump reversed course to fast track psychedelic drugs for mental health care. I was right outside that picture to the right. Hell, man, the VA is doing MDMA for veterans. Active duty. The United States military is doing MDMA, folks. It's just absolutely insane. Yesterday, I sat here for about 8 hours and I uploaded this year's Staff Sergeant Gordon Fox suicide grant. What an absolute nightmare to I was Susie came in every once in a while. She's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "There's no way in hell the quality Leering centers did anything like this." We have a proven track record of saving the lives of veterans, first responders, and family members. And this thing, I'm going on like hour seven of this grant application. Thank God for AI, man. I'd be screwed. Now I know why it's a racket. Years ago, somebody put me in touch with a lady, the old grizzled lady. I could tell she was like smoking. She sounded like she smoked. She's like, I have a grant writing business. I've been in DC for 50 years, and you pay me 30 grand, a flat fee, and then we get a percentage of the grant. I'm like, are you insane? Our foundation doesn't have 30 grand, and how do you get paid a port? Is that legal? That profession is now gone because I sat here with multiple screens open, like, hey, they're asking this question, and the chat knows me by now in the foundation, my numbers. It's like paste. It still took 8 hours to fill this thing out. Anyway, this is insane. You guys know it. I love Compass. I love Compass has been ripping. I love a tie. Heels in the penalty box, but CMPS. Compass been on a rip lately. A little bit of a pullback. I talk about stair step. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I love it. This is fantastic performance out of this name. Any questions? I'm going to do the SPX trade over psychedelics. You can chat at me or ask later or something, but I prefer to talk about the Tredge. Since somebody was brought it up yesterday, I'm like, the best time to Tredge is when you just said it. I'm not going to put any lines down there. I don't think we're pulling all the way back here. I might add, if we get a little overall breather and I get back to about 12 here, I'm probably going to add to my compass. Any questions on psychedelics? It's live. It's an 11. I think it's an 11:15 login and a. Let me thank you for reminding me. Let me just confirm times. The hit is at 11:30. It's a login at 11:15. Okay, and it's live, obviously. Eli, great tactic, man. I love it. Cash secured puts. You're speaking my language. SPX, we're gonna know, man, or not. I can't talk with certainty on this because you guys know what I know. The dude is, we got a deal. No, we don't have a deal. I don't need a deal. I'll take forever to negotiate. I have no idea what's gonna happen. He said this was yesterday or Monday. I lose track. That he said 7 days. I mean, this is I've had it. We're wrapping up this deal in the next week. One more time, I'm saying this for you and me. He could, and we could see a market finally go yay and rip. If you think that's going to happen, and you're not comfortable with quote a Tredge, I only place trades that will make money. Then sit on your hands. How about and with these, I prefer to go a little longer, to be honest with you. But it's so funny when Trump said that one day in the Oval Office. Trump time. I mean, in Trump time, an hour is a lifetime, folks. It's an hour. So, man, you know, we could do out to the 17th or, the 19th is obviously regular options expiration. So, you know, yeah, look, well, according to that, it looks like we're kind of topping out-ish. I agree with that. At least a hover or a slight pullback and then another rip. All things being equal, meaning still negotiations, nothing horrific happens. If we get a horrific, we'll slam. And I'm surprised, reading all the reports and the defense early bird thing I get every morning that the market isn't caring. That dudes and ladies are launching off my boat, the Lincoln, in Hornets and blowing shit up again, and the market doesn't care. SpaceX IPO, NVIDIA PC, CBOE. Let's go. I'll do a week and a half. Let's just do the 12th. Why'd you pick the 12th? You just heard me. So the 12th. Let me grab my pen to do some math. What do we at? 75, 80, 54, and 62 is what? 100 and I don't know, 115. I don't know. Straddle. What was it? June 12th. I'm just spitballing here, folks. This is all, wait, June 12th. 117? Did I say that? 115? 70. What's the top? 7,700. Let's just round it up. 70, 7,700 is the top. 74.65. 74.65. Why am I doing this? And then if we can, and I don't freeze up my computer, let's go over to here. Maybe in the future it won't super lock up. Was that the 12th? Let me scroll down. We're not locking up. As of today, or no, yesterday, sorry. 7,700 is the top of the at the money straddle. There's a lot of calls at 77.25, 7,600. There's us, 7,700. But that's big. That's big. That might be a magnet, right? All right, so we're armed. We've looked at chart. There is no ever been up at 7,700 before, so let's just start building. Let's go up to 7,700 and see what we got. This is the roof. $1.10, that's my usual. I was just going to say, it's right on the edge of my Wiz 1 to 0.25. So we're right there. 77.25, there is no premium where all those calls are. Those are probably, a little lotto ticket ones, or they are pieces going to break out and we're going to rip. So I've already briefed you ad nauseum about the threats to this. This is the conservative bear call spread to put a roof on it a week and a half. I like the 25, so go down to 76.75 and maybe look at the $1.50. I would do this one if you are, we do need a breather, man. This has been, I don't remember whatever it's been, 2-week run above the 200-day moving average. Again, the market can remain irrational longer. You can stay solvent with it. So don't do anything. One more time, I'm going to remind you, don't do anything. I don't want to hear a complaint at all about if you do either of these and you bitch and moan. I'm briefing you as your flight instructor. So if you like a little Austin Powers, I also like to live dangerously. I think we are going to hover. It's time. We might sell the news on hey, I got a deal, and the deal sucks. Done. I'm done talking about it. This would be the more aggressive. 76.75, 76.80 bear call spread, $1.50. Okay, you're risking 350 to make 150. High probability trade, man. Okay, the other one, the conservative one, would be 7,700, and SPX has already given. We're pinning around 75, 75 right now. So if you want some premium, I'm going to go down to here. I'm talking myself into it. $1.35 kind of sucks. $1.40 is better. Now, you could just do this and call it a day. You could do nothing and call it a day. You could do this and call it a day. I'm just going to put a small roof up here. We're going to sell the news, or Trump's going to start shooting again. I think he might reach the limit of his whatever. We start super shooting again, we're probably going to get a knee-jerk reaction and pull back to the 20. What's 74.65 is the left side of the at the money straddle. Let's look at that on a chart here. 74.65. I mean, 74, 74.99. So that's even above the 200-day, right? I mean, 74.65 is the at the money straddle, man. And it's up here. It's not even at the 20-day. All right, so good to know. If you think we are going to maybe have the 74.65 is a near death close to the 20 up here. If you're like, no, we probably going to have a slam, you would, well, let's just build it. Enough talking. TJ, always not a bad call, man. I have no idea. And SPX is going down right now, so this premium's running away from us. The bear put spread would be put. You're buying a higher, selling a lower. Let's go 74.65. And this is probably going to be expensive. Why? Why is divorce expensive? It's worth it. 74.65. I'll do 75. You know, I like the 25s and I'll sell the 50. 74.50. 74.50. Buy, sell. Why is that? Oh, duh. There you go. Measure once, cut twice. All right. There's the Tredge. Here we go. All right. So the this trade cost 2,200 bucks to potentially make 2,100 bucks. Okay. I'm sorry. This is what am I doing here? This is a credit spread. Is this right? Buying this 74.75, yes. Selling this, that's interesting. Your max potential loss is 830 bucks, and that's your profit, the credit spread. I love. What's wrong with this trade? Is it? Am I still? Oh, Jesus Christ! Thank you. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. There's no coffee in here. Thank you, mutual support. I would have caught that eventually, but you guys are like, puts, you moron. Thank you. 315. This makes sense. You're spending, here's your insurance for the next 2 weeks. Here's your USA or State Farm. Would you spend 315 bucks to potentially make 22? This is perfect. Now it makes sense. If we rip, we don't take a break, you lose 815 bucks. Are you willing to risk 815 bucks to make 22? If this happens, and I make that 2,200 bucks, I'd go put it in CBOE or some Compass or something. This is what you do. This is what you do. One more time, I'm going to remind you, you could get rid of the bear put spread and just do the bear call spread. Or you could get rid of the bear call spread and just do the put spread. Or you could do both. Thanks, Werner. You bet. Have a good day. Any questions on this? It's fixed. Everything's fixed, man. 209. I'm doing this one. Let me grab screenshots. I'll do this one. I'll take a screenshot at one call, but also remember, I mean, why wouldn't you do this? This is what you do. This is protection, man. Speaking of Mafia Don, pay some protection. I'm going to tell you, don't complain to me, man, if this doesn't make any money. It's a Tredge. It's a trade that's supposed to act like a hedge, right? I didn't say this is a trade. I said it's a Tredge. If you think this is a waste of money, you don't do it. That's the best 305 bucks you're ever going to spend, filled immediately. All right. I'm going to blast these out right now. Any questions, concerns? Oh, by the ways, hit me up. I'm gonna post these right now. New CBOE Gen 28 bullish synthetic stock and SPX June 12 Tredge, which is that is a bearish double vertical. You guys should know your tactics by now at everyone, and I'll put these trades in here. Upload screenshot. I love seeing all that call activity up in that strike, in those strikes. We blazed the path. You guys were in this brief or whenever it was. When those first came out, somebody gave me a heads up like, hey man, the new strikes are out. I'm like, let's go. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. Warning. SPX is a Tredge, a bearish double vertical. Go watch the OWS training if you're not familiar. So you just saw me. That's my live account. I didn't get a chance to say ratio spread. You can do 5 in the bear call spread contracts and 2 down here, and it'll change all of that. I got 6 minutes. I could do that real quick. Let's go to the model portfolio. Ba, 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 ba. Let's go SPX June 12, uh, 77. Sorry, gotta scroll real quick. Um, I Austin Powers it, and then it was a 75. Let's do it. Put. Thank you. Buy sell. The 74, 75. I'll show you a ratio spread. 74, 75. And then sell the 50, 74, 50. 74, 50. Okay. You could do, well, I'm not doing 10 here. How about like 5 and 5 in the bear call spread and like 2 and 2 in the bear put? Spend 145 bucks and max potential loss is 26 to make five, close to five. Everybody get this? You can ratio spread this. Okay. Um, I don't know. 7 and 3. 7, 7, 3, 3. 255 bucks. I'm risking 3,800 bucks to make 7 grand. So you sit here and do what you do. I'm going to do 5, 5, 2 in the model portfolio. You know, I don't mind on a Tredge risking the like 2,500. Oh, that's perfect. 2,500 bucks to yeah. So there you go, man. I'm Tredging in my personal account and my and the AR model portfolio. Joe, absolutely, man. It is in. Oops, I need to publish that. It is in Options Weapons School. I don't know why it's taking that long for the website to load. This isn't the S&P strike page. Yeah, so now it's Options Weapons School. I forget what session number it is. Let me hard refresh, Control Shift R. Is everything slow right now? Let me give you the this article. I posted it in the members area yesterday on CBOE and what's going on. So if you didn't know, there it is right there. What the hell's going on here? Yes, it's an Options Weapons School. I forget what number it is. Try again. I can look right here. Where is it? Trade groups, Options Weapons School. It's all listed on here. It is in so right here, session 5, double verticals and burner trades. It is session 5. Here it is. Sorry. All right, questions. Filled 295, filled 295. You're welcome, Joe, with Amazon. David, love Amazon. I'd sell the wife and kids. You know me. I dollar cost average or whatever it's called in Amazon. It's a gift that keeps on giving. Why the fuck is this website? Whatever. It's an Options Weapons School. Something going on with my website here. One more time, folks. Tactical Trade Alerts. If you want access to that full-blown CBOE report, it's right here. You got to join. I'm cranking out these reports, man. I love it. I actually really enjoy this. I have a newfound appreciation for what I'm doing because we can crank these things out and it's just insane content. Getting a lot of great feedback and emails and nice comments from people about it, which is awesome. Oh man, I got a dogfight in my SPX area here. Let me put these trades together. My Tredge, right there, right there. I feel better, man. Nice profits. I'm cranking it, hitting it really hard. Why wouldn't you put some SPX insurance on? I don't look at it as a loss. I look at it the cost of doing business. Broadcom earnings after the bell. I have a Broadcom Iron Condor skewed to the top. I'm going to stay in it for now because it's first of all it's not the Friday, and second of all, you know the volatility smash after earnings. I mean, this is a monster run up into earnings. Can they beat and keep ripping? They have to super knock the cover off the ball, man. Buy the rumor, buy the news, or buy the rumor, hey, it was great, sell the news. I mean, it could go CBOE, great earnings, and we're going to keep ripping. But man, that's obscene. Our Broadcom synthetic stock in the AI portfolio, you're welcome. Jesus God, we put that on back here last when we launched Solo AI, I put on Broadcom at about 300 bucks. It's at 500, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. I expect a nice Christmas. Donate to the foundation. I don't need a Christmas gift. I already have everything I need. All right, questions, concerns. Oh, by the way, smart remarks. Anybody? Uh, there we go. Jesus, that took a while to load. Right here, option weapon school, 5 double verticals and burner trades, man. That's where you go. Watch it. All right, I'm good, man. Look at that, right on the dot. Uh-oh, stop hiring humans. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump on Faulkner. I'm gonna go throw my coat on and my a nice shirt, and I'll see you guys on Fox. If Fox makes your skin crawl, you got problems. Hell, I'll watch CNBC if I have to. Mike, what is you often observe drill bits? The same. That's a great point, Mike. You got it. All of the, yeah, that's exactly right. The drill bits down matches, futures. That's exactly right. A lot of stops where those drill bits hit. That's a great point. Yeah, if we break below that's where the dam breaks, right? That's why I talk like that. If we break this point with airspeed on the jet, it's look out below. Doesn't matter what's going on fundamentally or whatever. It's math and it's AI and it's algos firing at that point. If you break a key level like that, it's look out below. Is that going to happen? I have no clue. If I knew certainly, my call sign would be Nostradamus, not Wiz. Awesome. Great week of trading, man. I had a sniper yesterday, 500 bucks, 30% in 15 minutes or whatever. Fired one of those on the melt ups. We're having fun. CBOE, 1 day profit, 500 bucks or a grand, depends on what CBOE is doing. I love the pullback. Everybody got caught up in it, and I don't know if we're gonna V, but we're gonna rip. I mean, we got as high as 291 today. People are starting to recognize that. Holy, I mean, monster run. We are back where we started the monster run. That's a add to it. Well, I already beat the dead horse. All right, guys, I gotta go. Great game one last night, man. Canes and the Knights. I can't stand either team. I hope they both lose, but I hope they both have fun. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste. And Basi, Basi. Whiz out. Oh, hey, wait, real quick. Well, you guys can leave. For all the, I simulcasted, is it simulcasted? Or I live streamed on YouTube. If you guys want access to come check out 2 of our free reports, I'll give you the AI super cycle report on me and the psychedelic biotech sector brief. It's go.topgunoptions.com/TTA, tactical trade alerts. You can get access to 2 free reports. After that, you got to join. Okay. All right, guys. Fights on. Namaste. Wiz out. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.